Hi everybody, Chris Stokes from Custom Fitness Personal Training Studio here in Amarillo. We're talking about creating your success today. So you ultimately are in charge of your own success. I'm sure you've heard that before, that the choices you make each and every day, each and every moment lead to either your success or your failure or your neutrality. Well, the truth is that neutrality really doesn't happen as often as we'd like for it to where we can just kind of float along and maintain our status. What ends up happening is we start to move further and further away from the successes or the goals that we have in mind. And so it's always important to be thinking about those choices. What are we doing? What could we be doing to move forward towards our goals? So at the beginning of each year, we sit down, we talk about goals with our clients. I look through goals with myself, family, work, faith, all of it, kind of put down what my goals are for this year. And by putting them in writing, it kind of solidifies that. So we work towards having those things in writing. If you don't already have goals in writing, that would be a great thing to do. Remember that if you're going to write down goals, you want to make sure that it's something that is actually attainable, something that is has a deadline to it, some sort of a timetable to what you're doing. But you can look up SMART goals. We've done blogs on those in the past. But definitely want to make sure that those two things are a part of it for sure, because if you don't have a deadline to it, then it just kind of makes it be, good or whatever. And if it's not something attainable, well, then we're reaching for things that we can't really get to. Now, obviously, we also want it to be, some other areas as well, but like I say, just kind of taking those two into focus. So if our success or failure is comprised of the choices that we make, that means that we control our own destiny, right? It means that to a point in life, we have control over how things are going to go. Now, obviously, there's areas that we don't have that much control in or as much as we'd like. But for the most part, the big areas of our life, we have control over those. So if we take a look at the fatigue issue that affects so many of us, because I know that typically during a consultation where people come in, we talk about their fatigue level, their energy level during the day and how they're feeling. And probably 90% of people come in and say, I'm just exhausted. I'm just always so tired. I never seem to have enough energy to go on. I can't play with my kids or my grandkids, or I can't get this done at work. I just want to have more energy. And so we look at that issue and we think about, okay, well, what could cause that? There's obviously some physiological factors that could cause that. But if we look at just black and white, what are they doing versus what are they not doing? Most of the time, they're not getting enough sleep or not getting the right type of sleep. They're also typically feeding themselves stimulants like coffee and all sorts of caffeine benefits there. Or they're giving themselves some sort of sedative at night to be able to help them sleep, whether it's something over the counter or it's something prescription based or something so-called natural. Everybody's got their kind of thing that they take and use. And so what it ends up leading to is people who are stimulated during the day by supplements to be taking some sort of supplement at night to be able to sleep. So we've thrown off our sleep cycle. Well, as just modern day people as it is, we've already done that with all the lights going all the time and all the constant interaction with our brains. There's always something. There's never just downtime. And I saw this in a huge case recently with a new client that came in, and this was about a month ago. Came in and talked to me about the sleep-wake cycle that she was going through, the lack of energy that she was having, and kind of what was happening. And it turned out that during the day, she was drinking things equivalent to, say, Red Bulls, about 6 to 8 times during the day. She would have those. And then at night, she was taking mega doses of melatonin and other sleep aids like Tylenol PM and things like that to help her get to sleep, because then she couldn't sleep because she was awake from the stimulants. So we had to go through a process with that person, as we do with everybody, to kind of bring them back into a natural sense of energy, into a natural flow, if you will, and get their circadian rhythms back on track, get the body working well. And that all starts with, what time do you go to sleep? So what are you doing before bed? What time can you be asleep by? And how long do we need to sleep for? So just like we talked about yesterday in our sleep video, if you can get to sleep by 10:30, sleep from 11 to 2 a.m., and try to aim for like between 6 to 9 hours of sleep a night, remembering that the 6 to 8 hours is more your normal average, and the 9 hours would be maybe once a week to every 10 days, you're going to start to see dramatic differences in your energy levels, and that energy level is going to lend itself into your workouts to be able to burn more calories, and into your activities with your kids, and into being able to cook better dinners because you have more energy to do those things. So we just want to make sure that you are taking advantage of that little window, that you're not having to add anything to your life. All you're having to do is kind of manage your time better, which I know is something that I struggle with a lot of times, but it's something that I think a lot of people struggle with, is trying to manage that time well enough to where we say, okay, this is what I need. And for me personally, whenever I lose track of my time, sometimes I can lose track of my health as well. And I know that a lot of other people go through that also, that, you know, once we stop saying, no, this is my time and I need to take care of me, then that starts to turn into taking care of everyone else and forgetting to take care of ourselves. So instead of making choices that are collectively taking us in the wrong direction, away from our goals, because eventually we're going to pay the price for that, let's start remembering that our health is dependent on our choices. Our fitness is dependent on our choices. Our happiness is dependent on our choices. And if we choose better health, we choose better fitness, we choose to be happy more often, we're choosing for a better life. And you might even save some money on those extra stimulants and supplements that you were buying anyways. But start to take that moment to really, to start to choose you, to start to take time for you, to pay attention to what your body needs, to take care of you, so that then you can reach out and help others. So if you would like some help kind of figuring out, navigating that path of what's going on, what needs to be going on, and how to fix it all, we'd love to be able to help you. Feel free to give us a call, 806-322-3188. And remember that we do have our summer walking challenge coming up. So you can sign up for that and go 60 days and you get some awesome CF swag in there. We also have our downsize challenge coming up. So if you've got some weight that you've been looking to lose, maybe it's some winter weight that got put on that you're ready to get rid of, we've got a great 6-week challenge for you. And if you're going to be out of town during some of it, we do have some options for travel as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, both of those, registration is going through the 31st. So if you would give us a call, let us know that you're interested in that, or send us a message on Facebook, whatever is easiest for you. We'd be happy to talk with you more about that, get you all the details, and get you signed up. So hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.